Hi dear boat enthusiasts, Johan here from eboatsmotor.tv. Today we're taking you along to the MetsTrade in Amsterdam, the largest trade fair in the boating industry. First, let's take a look at the new electric outboards in the power range of 15 to 25 horsepower. There are indeed some interesting updates. We'll begin with the 10 kilowatt outboard motor from SPARQ, which is a brand new and innovative company from Sweden. What distinctly stands out here is a very small motor located directly in front of the propeller. And yet, the water resistance is really very low. This makes the engine perfectly suited for planing and is particularly suitable for inflatable boats and light motorboats made of fiberglass or aluminum. I assume that boats up to about 400 kilograms can get into planing mode with it and reach between 20 to 30 km/h. The engine weighs only 17 kilograms and can easily be carried to the boat with one hand. For that, you need the batteries, which each weigh 2 times 20 kilograms. With a total of 60 kilograms, you're ready to go, making it a perfect solution for the inflatable boat. The first news about SPARQ came out 2 or 3 years ago. Since then, the design has changed a lot, but now the engines are almost ready for delivery. SPARQ hails from Sweden, with around 1 million boats for 10 million people. From a young age, boating is a way of life, whether heading to friends or to a restaurant. What's important with the motor is mainly the ease and flexibility. Let's get to my conclusion. The concept, I really like it a lot. Very, very light, flexible, yet powerful. So a perfect solution for inflatable boats and small motorboats. We are eager to see when the motor will actually be released to the market. Probably from mid-2025. The price isn't set yet either. I don't think it will be a bargain since the engine comes from Sweden as well. Our next stop is the 10 kilowatt outboard motor from the kinetic option. Kinetic refers to the influence of forces. Here we have a 10 kilowatt outboard motor, extremely light in weight and perfect for inflatable boats. There are already impressive speeds of up to 30 kilometers per hour on a 3.10 meter high field. Super cool. Let's take a look at the weight. The engine weighs 22 kilograms with everything included. The battery has a weight of 37 kilograms. However, you only need one battery here. Overall, still under 60 kilograms, and according to the manufacturer, it is the lightest 10 kilowatt outboard on the market. The engine is equipped with an integrated tiller. Remote control is possible as well, either with the side-mounted throttle or the top-mounted throttle. In addition, there is a display with all the important values regarding speed, consumption, and remaining travel time. Here we can see the different controls again, simply a top throttle lever, a side throttle lever, and of course, a separate display. The motor is available solo with a tiller, and you can also choose to add remote control. This means that even if the remote control fails, you always have the tiller as a backup. To connect the outboard to the battery, only one cable is necessary. Communication and power are all routed through here. The entire setup is plug and play and can be seamlessly connected within just a few seconds. I immediately noticed the 72 volts, but they're also quite normal in electric scooters as well. The batteries probably also come from the region, and the big advantage is, of course, the higher the voltage, the higher the efficiency. Let's take a closer look at how the Momentum 10 can actually be transported. First, you lift the tiller up, then pull this lever out. So it's quite lightweight, making it easy to carry around and to slot in. Yeah, once you get the hang of it, it's easy. The company Momentum is from Singapore and primarily produces flight boards under the brand The Kinetic Option. In terms of value for money, the e-motors are positioned in the e-propulsion sector and probably cost only half as much as SPARQ. In the background, there's a smaller model that will probably come later, but for now, the Momentum 10 is the main engine. We will definitely make a comparison video of the engines with 15 to 25 horsepower in the future, and the Momentum will certainly be included. We have arrived at the ZeroJet booth. ZeroJet is presenting a new $18 kilo outboard motor comparable to 25 horsepower, and it also runs on 48 volts. Now that's a real innovation. According to ZeroJet, this is the outboard with the best power-to-weight ratio. The whole thing weighs only 38 kilograms. The motor weighs with 38 kilograms of cyclic batteries, so in total, significantly more than both predecessors. But we're also talking about almost double the power. ZeroJet itself had a top speed of about 20 knots or 37 kilometers per hour on a high-field inflatable boat. And that's of course the ultimate kicker. The whole thing is still pretty portable. The price for the outboard starts at roughly around $19,000 or 18,000 euros. In that performance range, there just isn't much competition yet, but even when I look at the 10, 11, 12 kilowatt outboards with battery, I'm in a similar price segment. So it's really not that bad, and here you get a really cool outboard motor with 18 kilowatts and probably the highest speed on the market. ZeroJet has caught my eye mainly for jet propulsion systems, as the name suggests. This can look like that in the inflatable boat or in specially designed boats where the motor is really embedded directly into the hull. The jet propulsion system with 18 kilowatts is especially suitable for specific inflatable and motor boats that are equipped with this jet propulsion system directly from the factory. Up to now, we have only received one conversion request at most, so when compared to outboard motors, it remains more of a niche product. The ZeroJet 18 is really perfect if you want to drive electrically fast, even if it's not for such a long time, depending on the battery pack of course, but for quick speed, it's probably one of the best solutions on the market. Newly on our platform and in the European market is the US-based firm Elco. Classic outboard design, various power outputs from 3 to 26 kilowatts and inboard from 3 to 42 kilowatts. The engines come with water cooling, a gearbox and feature a higher speed, making them well suited for escort service. The principle is similar to M-Power, MITEK and Repower. However, in the upper performance range, there isn't much competition. Elco's prices are definitely something to behold. In the lower range, providers like Torqeedo or ePropulsion tend to be slightly cheaper. Speaking of MITEK, here we are for the first time at the MITEK booth at MetsTrade. The manufacturer from Italy is showcasing the new 60 kilowatt outboard motor. There's a similar model available as a 40 kilowatt outboard. As it is, it compares to an 80 horsepower gas engine. For the first time ever, we are seeing the pod motors and sail drives from MITEK showcased. The pod motors range from 5 to approximately 15 kilowatts, and for the sail drives it's 12 to 30 kilowatts, so it's the perfect solution for small to medium-sized sailboats. Speaking of sail drives, there's actually an entirely new manufacturer, but we'll get to that in a moment. We convert a lot of sailboats to electric motors, especially since range isn't such a big issue there. Here we finally have a new electric sail drive from one of the major manufacturers, namely YANMAR. YANMAR is releasing a series of models with 3 sail drives featuring 7, 10 and 15 kilowatts of power. Everything operates on 48 volts. All of the motors come equipped with an integrated cooling system, enabling them to endure high continuous loads efficiently. Except for the cooling, all engines are maintenance-free. We haven't yet learned the price of the new YANMAR sail drives. If you're interested, and if the engine might be suitable for your sailboat, feel free to contact us afterward. We'll display the contact information below for you. According to YANMAR, the engines are suitable for boats and ships up to 40 feet. The engines can be easily mounted on an existing sail drive foundation, which saves time and simplifies installation. It's really easy to integrate third-party batteries, and the control and display leave a great impression. In the market for sail drives, there are, of course, Oceanvolt and Kreutler as well-established players, but their pricing tends to be more in the premium segment. So far, we have often recommended pod motors. They do have a bit more water resistance, but they are gearless and more efficient. WaterWorld now offers a solution where you can flange a new electric inboard motor onto the existing sail drive, provided it still works well, of course. This primarily saves time and money during installation and makes the whole process much easier. You probably already know the motors from rim drive technology from some of our videos. Here we have a very special new outboard with an electrically rotatable mechanism. Visually, the thing is quite impressive, but it is also noticeably large because this rotating mechanism inside requires quite a bit of space. The motor is available in versions with 11 or 15 kilowatts and is particularly suitable for slightly heavier push boats. The special feature of rim drive is that it is now one of the most advanced control systems on the market. You can rotate the motors up to 320 degrees, optionally control them with a joystick, and you can parallel park, rotate on the spot, or use a special course-keeping function. Next, we have the second to last outboard in our video. This is the Blue Spin from BlueNav, a 15 kilowatt outboard with a unique feature. I'm going to press this button right here, and then the outboard motor will smoothly slide out of its housing. This mechanism is naturally a special function and is perfect as a hybrid drive when I'm also operating an outboard motor 300 to 400 horsepower on a fast sports boat, yet still want to take advantage of a hybrid or electric motor. Here with the motor, we can rotate it 360 degrees, and it offers features like a course holding function and also an anchor function. So, to equip a hybrid boat, it's probably one of the best solutions on the market. The design of BlueNav was specifically developed for hybrid boats that have a large outboard motor at the back with 200, 300 or 400 horsepower. Next to it, a small BlueNav electric outboard motor is hidden under the swim platform, perfect for maneuvering in the harbor or for zones where only electric propulsion is allowed. The motor is deployed within 8 seconds and then the boat switches to electric mode. You virtually have no additional water resistance while driving with the petrol engine, and only very little additional weight on board. In addition to the outboard motor, there are also pod motors, which can even retract into the hull and thus provide a specialized solution for sailboats to further reduce water resistance. The motor was inspired by the structure of a whale fin and features specially shaped propeller blades as well as distinctive grooves on the surface to further reduce the flow resistance. A BlueNav is not yet priced affordably for the broader public from our point of view, but for specific hybrid applications, it's a genuinely intelligent solution. Especially when I'm regularly trailering the boat myself or planning to sail on scenic lakes that only permit the use of an electric motor. The manufacturer Molabo is particularly known for the powerful electric drives in the low voltage range at 48 volts. Well known is the 50 kilowatt motor. Now the smaller version is entering the market with 25 kilowatt power. It is undoubtedly quite a highly promising solution for smaller boats or perhaps even for lighter ships, as the battery pack can be smaller, significantly reducing the system's overall cost. Not every boat has space for a 50 kilowatt motor with a correspondingly large battery, and the budget is also much lower with a 25 kilowatt motor and a smaller battery bank. Recently, the batteries from Victron Energy can also be integrated into the special communication system from Molabo, and you can save yourself the Mola Connect box. From my perspective, that is exactly the right step. The sooner a conversion becomes economically viable. Check this out, folks. My personal highlight at the MetsTrade 2024, this electric outboard motor with up to 230 kilowatts peak power. Nominally, it has a continuous power of 130 kilowatts. A special feature is that the propeller can completely rotate 180 degrees. You can effortlessly switch to reverse. The motor provides 800 volts of energy, so it's really quite high. Is of course only available in special projects. I think the engine will be particularly suitable for a new series of boats. Planing boats, sports boats that are equipped with the electric outboard motors straight from the factory. EPTechnologies from Denmark is actually known for powerful drives ranging from 40 to 400 kW, including Z-drives, hybrid motors and sail drives from the commercial maritime sector with the electrification of larger ships. Last year, EPTechnologies introduced their own solid-state batteries. Compared to traditional lithium iron phosphate batteries, significantly more discharge cycles are possible. The durability might not be quite as lengthy, however, it also depends on the usage. For recreational boaters, it might not make a big difference yet, but for certain specific commercial projects, it's indeed a truly remarkable development. Very, very cool concept. We're excited and have already been invited for a test drive. If there's another manufacturer out there, we're always open to invitations for test drives. Just contact us. So my dears, we're now going on a lovely harbor tour here in classic Amsterdam rain. EPTechnologies was, of course, not the only outboard in that power range. There are still many more updates to share with you all. I'll soon be showing an overview with all the exhibitors featured in the electronics section. More than 50 exhibitors now have an electric motor or a hybrid system in their lineup. We can no longer manage to address all the engines individually and talk to all the manufacturers. Please tell us in the comments which electric advancement you find most exciting and why. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like, and we'll definitely meet up at the Boot Düsseldorf vlog. Take care, see you soon, yours Johan.